bends but don't break.
And they go to an I backfield
with a wing.
I formation behind quarterback.
That's he's going to pitch to 24 Stillwell, and he's not going to get much on that one.
Really for no gain.
Yeah.
Great play. We talked about it. Breaks.
Perry tried to just power it off tackle, and West Washington's having none of that.
7:22 left in the first quarter. Opening drive for Perry Central. They took over there at about the 29-yard line. They have it all the way.
It's going to be third and less than one.
West Washington now. Wishbone formation.
Winter gets it.
And
Ball's on the ground.
Again.
The ball come out, and
Now we've got Senators saying they've got it.
West Washington is saying it's theirs, and it is.
And it is. Senators take over on the,
14. Is that right?
I think it's going to be 19.
19.
Yeah. Two Senators on top of that one. Brown and Binskin both there.
That's what the Senators needed right there.
Big shout out to all of those of you watching and chiming in that the sound is good. Thanks. Keep us posted. If something changes, let us know. We'll make adjustments here.
I think the Senators got them to jump off sides.
Bousman has the pistol formation around him. So Perry jumps off sides.
It's always good to see the other team get the penalty first.
It's going to be a handoff in the backfield.
Big hole.
Mason Armstrong, he gets a hole. Mason really likes Leopold, Indiana.
Yes, he does.
First time we came here, he had 5 touchdowns on about 30 yards. This time he picks up about 12 on the carry. Great job by Mason. And
that's what we started doing the first time we played them, is running him more up the middle.
Now we're going to have a fake.
And they're going deep to Harrison. Oh, almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted, but Harrison is able to knock that one away.
Yeah. Harrison became a defender on that play.
Yeah, that one was underthrown just a little bit. We're used to seeing Holden really air one out and Harrison run underneath it, and that was not the case on that pass.
That's one of the things you got to worry about, too, as cold as it is now, is the grip that the quarterback gets on it, and also that ball feels a little bit heavier than when it's 80 degrees outside, and I think Perry Central just jumped again. Yes, they did.
Yep, they jumped again, so going to be the second penalty on Perry. West Washington's going to go for a 2nd and 5. Senators stay in the pistol.
And
Holden's going to keep.
And
tries to get outside, but a nice stop out there by number 17, Bland.
Loose 4. Maybe 3 on that play.
Yeah. So going to bring up about a 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Jake Strange time.
Yep.
Now we're shifting.
So we shift out of the pistol. Mason going to stay on this near side. Going to be a pass from Holden. Holden looking, throws to Jake. Jake gets out to the first down marker.
First down.
Nice job by Jake Strange. You called that one. Couldn't have done any better, Coach.
You have a 6'5" tight end, needs just a few yards. Take advantage of it.
That's why you're the face and voice of the IHSAA network this weekend. Those of you who don't know, tomorrow night, Coach Russell does have a girls' game at Linton that's going to be covered on the Gibson Sports or Gibson Green County Sports Network. So those links will be on our webpage later.
Roper
trying to dance, get out. He gains maybe a yard. So Coach Russell is a road warrior this weekend. He's he goes north tomorrow.
And then we go to South Central next week, and then Hanover on Saturday. So yeah, we're getting to see Southern Indiana.
Beautiful time of year to do it.
Yeah.
Senators come out 2nd down. Holden's going to keep it tuck. Get up the middle.
Room.
He's got room to go.
He may
Across the 30.
He's
going to go.
At the 10. He cuts it back at the
He's
5,
he's
into
gone.
the end zone.
Nice job there by Holden with the moves. Those of you watching at home, you get to see the replay. Makes a nice cut, gets through the hole, and is gone. Senators up 6-0.
5:01 left here in the first. That is what Perry Central had trouble with last time, was the counting for Holden. And again, just like last time, he's making them pay.
Holden had, about 150 yards?
153, I think it was. Now we got to get 2-point conversions.
Going to hand it off to Mason. Mason looking, digs.
And he should be in.
No good.
Saying no good.
Call him short. Knees are going to be down before he gets the ball across.
And what I believe that Perry Central's got an excellent extra point kicker, so that these 2-point conversions are very important.
We're going to step aside, have our first commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back here live in Leopold, where the Senators are up 6-0. Jake Strange back to kick off for the second time of the night.
Yeah, just a great run. And again, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out tonight as far as what Perry's going to continue to give us.
Oh, man, that's going to be hard to handle. And if we can get there, we got
unable to get it. Out of bounds. Just barely rolls out of bounds. Roper was running down, trying to recover that one, but wasn't able to quite get there.
Jake kicks off from the right hash, and Perry Central had overloaded that side, and his, I don't know whether it was intended or not, but his kick comes all the way back to the left, and they had nobody here, but Roper couldn't get down there before the ball went out of bounds. That would have been huge. So Perry Central will take over at their 35.
It goes out of bounds, and so it's going to be a penalty. Bring the ball out to the 35-yard line. Perry Central will start their second drive of the game. 5:01 left here.
Let's see if we can get a stop here.
6-0 high formation behind Bland.
Bland under center. Asian head down, going forward, going to get about 5.
So they've had some success out here.
Yeah,
they've got 3 first downs already. It's the fumble that's hurt them. They fumbled the opening kickoff and was fortunate to recover it, and then not so fortunate last or their only possession as the Senators were able to recover.
Now has been the tailback. He splits out and still will now behind center in the I formation.
Perry under center again. Going to be a handoff up the
Oh,
middle. There's
hole.
big hole.
That H again? Or no?
No.
That's
24.
Stillwell. 14-yard gain, another first down.
Andrew Lewis comes off.
Landon
Pearson, I believe, is who checked in.
Yeah, basically it was trap blocking Lewis, and so now Big Pearson comes in and see if he can stop up that center a little bit. 4-4 for the West Walker center defense.
There's the pitch. Looking for a hole, nothing there
that time.
Jake Strange wraps up Stillwell before he can get much of a gain.
Giving him a yard on that. Bring up second down and 9. 3:35 to go and counting here in the first quarter.
Behind the line of scrimmage, and he got a plus yards, a pretty favorable spot there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Number 21, Winter, kind of limping coming off the field.
Twice again, he's that poor kid is just you never see like seeing him get hurt, but man, it's twice he's limped off.
Perry Central stays in that
I formation.
with the wing.
Davis here. He's tight end on this side. Yes. And a wing back
Let's
there.
play
Be a
action.
fake.
A lot of time.
Looking to
There
throw.
There comes the pressure.
Jake's there.
Yes.
Nice job by Jake to bring down 17, the quarterback, Bland. Going to gain maybe a foot.
Give him 2 on that. But that's a good play for them because very easily could have got him for a big loss. But at the same time, once he took off, looked like he might have a lane to run in, and Big Jake got his hand on him and got him down to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
It's a big down for the Senators.
I'm sure Perry's thinking even if we don't get it, we're going to go for it right here.
Cameron Nation went out wide, 2 wide receivers there, the running back.
The ball on the ground again.
The ball is on the ground. We'll see who comes up with it.
Senators pointing their way, but I don't think they got it. There were 4
It's a
Commodores on the ground.
3rd time Perry Central's put the ball on the ground here in the first quarter, and they're going to gain a yard off that.
His lineman kind of set.
That's kind of interesting. You fumble it and you gain a yard.
Yep. So bring up a 4th down and 6.
2:20 left to go here in the first quarter.
And they are going for it.
Perry splits out with 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. Single back in shotgun.
And I think they jumped
they jumped off sides.
Yeah. I think it's going to be the 3rd penalty on Perry Central here in the first quarter. The guy a little bit anxious. I think you'll now see.
I would think you're going to have to punt.
Yeah.
Is going to be right at the sticks. A lot of substitutions, and it does look like Perry is going to punt the ball back deep. For the Senators is number 4, Farmer. We certainly need to keep an eye on the ball because a 5-yard penalty is going to
Even if Chase doesn't gain anything off this, we can't let him pin us inside the 10.
snap. And ball's up. It should be.
Ball's up, punted away. It's going to bounce.
Farmer is not able
It's going to die inside the 5.
That's a heck of a punt.
Yeah.
off the foot. Farmer thought he was going to angle it to this sideline, and he actually angled it the other way, and he just was not able to get under that.
So Senators will have 96-yard drive, minute 50 to go here in the first quarter.
Senators are known for scoring on quick drives, but this is going to be a long one here.
Yeah.
Minute 50 to go, 96 yards.
150 left in the first quarter. Wisconsin leads at 6-0, and they've got 96 yards to go. I tell you, this is where you need to make sure you hold on to the football.
This is more of our normal formation.
Your own territory.
Holden in the gun with Mason to his left.
He's looking for some room, turns the corner, still on his feet.
Going to gain
About the 10, going to bring up
about 5 on that, I would say.
Yeah, I can't see down on that end.
Gives your lineman a chance to kind of take it.
About 6.
6,
Looks like
I
we're
think.
marking him at 10.
I'm not going to sit here. You know, these guys. You don't want to hold the ball that close.
So second down and 4, minute 25 to go here in the first quarter. Senators are ahead 6-0.
When we go back to that to a full house backfield, 3 backs.
Hands off again.
Armstrong with the carry again. He's
He's going to gain a few more.
Jake Strange.
It's going to be close to the first down marker.
One of their defenders. He's up.
It's going to mark him about a yard short.
About a yard short, maybe. So going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Armstrong's close to the amount of yards he had in the first game already, so
3rd and 1. Big play here. Rankin in the backfield. Armstrong deep, and it looks like now.
They're
we're
going
going to have some shifts going on.
One back in the backfield. That's Armstrong. Farmer comes to this near side, along with Rankin. Tied in on the other side. Going to give to Mason.
Oh, big hole,
Big hole.
Blocked there by Jake Strange, and Mason finds the hole. Hits forward.
Mason's going
He's at the 23-yard line. Needed 1. And that's enough.
to gain, what, 7?
What did they mark it at? 23?
23?
Gain of 10.
His ankle or something. He is limping off to the sidelines. And McFeeters comes in for him.
Senators get a first down. They are at the 22-yard line.
Mason, it looks knee-ish from over here, but it's hard to tell. We're going to have twins this near side. Jake Strange.
McFeeters in, takes the carry, trying to get around the corner, finds Jaron Roll hugs
Yeah.
up next to him. That's a good one to get behind.
Exactly. Keep your hand on it.
Keep your hand on number 77 and follow him, and when you need him to go, you push him down.
Get to the 27, pick up a 5. It's a nice play there. And that's going to be the end of the
first quarter. That was a very quick first quarter. Senators are ahead 6-0 so far through 1 quarter of play. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSAA, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to action here in Leopold, where the Senators are ahead 6-0 over the Commodores. Very quick first quarter of play. We're used to quick first quarters, but usually it's because of a running clock. This one was...
I'd say as cold as it is, you're not going to see officials call a lot of unnecessary penalties tonight. They're doing jumping jacks before the game, trying to get warm. Again, 2nd and 5.
Holden goes to fake, then ducks out. He's going to get out of bounds, close to the stick.
He either got it or he's going to be 1 yard short. Ooh.
Third down and 3.
I think that Sticks guy moved that down marker a couple of yards out.
So Senators looking at 3rd and 2, 2.5 here.
Yeah.
And we do have a good little
It looks like they're looking at Mason Armstrong's ankle on the sideline. So Roper will be in the duration. There's another flag.
Flag. I think we're going to get a false start.
Be the first penalty of the night on the Senators.
So that's going to back them up, make it 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 in that range.
But it also opens up so many other receivers. Chase Farmer, I love his matchups he's getting. I think he's going to be having a big play.
You got
because they kept Harrison kind of quiet. They got big Reese Davis on him, but I think Chase Farmer is going to be one getting a big play here.
Roper next to Bowsman. Bowsman throws it out there.
Out to Jake Strange. Jake looking for room. Nice job by Jake. Goes out of bounds. Still on his feet. Unable to be brought down.
To the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 37. 12-yard game.
Jake just looked up and the ball literally right dead center of the numbers, but he didn't see the ball until it hit him. He caught it and got forward. Perfect throw by him.
Again, taking advantage of Jake's size on these quick outs. They're really concerned with Harrison and Chase.
That leaves Jake wide open over the middle. Going to give it to Roper. Roper ducks his head. Going to gain 3. Nice run by the freshman for the Senators.
Every yard this time of the year counts. Little plays. You had 3 or 4 of these little plays.
Gain on the play brings up 2nd and 7.
11 minutes left in the second quarter. Western Washington with their second drive of the game. They lead 6-0.
Senators still up 6-0. 10:54 left to go in the second quarter.
On the far side, double tight. Roper next.
One wide receiver to each side. Holden pulls back, going to keep, ducks his head, going to gain another 3 on that one.
There by Perry Central. Holden runs up in there, gets out to the 43. Picked up about 3 or 4.
Going to be 3rd and about 5.
Looks like Armstrong's back in now. Nick Feeders goes out.
We see a tape job on that ankle for Mason. So
Yeah, he's a senior. He's not going to sit out.
He's not going to sit out sectional championship. He's not going to sit out more than a couple of downs here.
Yeah.
So we've got the pistol in. That one goes to Farmer.
Oh, he gets
Farmer
the first
does a
down.
nice job to get the first down. That's what's really hard about that pistol look from the Senators. There's so many options for the Senators and so many ways to go.
Mason all back there. Plus, you figure in Holden. I mean, that's pretty potent. 5th first down of the first half for the Senators.
That's a great change of pace to play because you're getting a guy who's not a running back. He's a wide receiver. He's going to be real quick vertically.
Holden
fakes the handoff. Doesn't get much there. Maybe loses one. That time the Commodores did account for Holden in the backfield as a runner, and they meet him there. He didn't give, so he does lose about a yard.
Brings up second down and 12 for the Senators.
West Washington looks to the sideline. 9:16 left in the half. West Washington leads at 6-0.
Still 6-0 here.
This is the only second time West Washington's offense.
Looks like now they have moved 45 as Davis, and they're letting him get on Jake Strange. And now Chase Farmer's open out in the flats.
Farmer turns the corner, goes upfield, goes out at the 38-yard line. Nice run there by Farmer after the catch. Farmer was one of the ones who was in for the play of the week last week with his pick 6 against North Davies that he returned close to 70 yards.
Yeah, it almost, and I don't think they're doing it, but it looks like whoever 45's guard or covering, they're going somewhere else as he was on Jake. Mason.
Nice job by Mason stepping over the Commodore defender.
Get down to the 30-yard line, so pick up of 8.
8:45 left to go in the first half. The Senators are going fast here. They're moving. Perry wasn't quite set on the last play. They were still wondering what they were doing.
Now they moved Davis out on Sanford. See if we pass, if we look for Strange here. Jake staying in the block.
Over Sanford's hands. Sanford gets his hands on it, but isn't able to come down with it.
Right. Nice route there. Ran Harrison on a deep out route, and Holden just it sailed on him a little bit and went through Harrison's hands.
It seems like that is a mismatch. Davis trying to cover one of those receivers out there.
I mean that's what I thought too. I mean, but makes you wonder if he's their best defender. Is he's been out wide and he's moved in when Jake's had success trying to cover him.
Now he's still out covering
Sanford.
3rd and 2.
And he's going to get the first down.
Gets the first down, goes out of bounds on the West Washington side of the field.
Just keep the chains moving.
Steps out, going to be a first down.
Jess gets past the down marker for first down for the Senators. He's run out of bounds on number 45.
8 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first half. Senators are driving here.
Well, and you got those gloves on. It sets out in 19-degree weather. I know it's got your
Mason switches sides in the backfield.
We're going to
be
Senators
offsides or false start on the Senators.
Be the second penalty for West Washington, but both of them have just been 5-yarders.
We'll take those as opposed to the 15-yarders that we've been used to. So going to be 1st and 15 for the Senators. Mason once again switches sides. Holden going to
keeping. He breaks a
tackle.
Gets
all the way down to the 20. Davis is the one who's going to bring him down.
Is there another penalty? There is a penalty back here, and the way the Senators are, it's going to be a hold.
Senators going to be a hold on them, so we're going to back up from the spot of the foul.
Move it back to the 42-yard line.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty.
Got to get to the 15, so that's going to be 27.
In mental, the mental part of this game, you've seen for the Senators now these 2 consecutive plays.
That'd be 1st and 25.
I'd say Farmer over the top here looks really good.
Holden rolls, looking, throws.
Got Harrison.
Got Harrison. Harrison turns his head, gets out of bounds at the 28-yard line. So he picks up some of
chunk.
it.
14 of it back. So now put us in a 2nd down and 11. So again, Perry Central is determined they're not going to get beat, and the Senators or get beat deep, and Senators are content with taking the underneath routes and picking up chunks of it. 7:35 and counting to go here in the first half, with West Washington holding on to a 6-0 lead.
Gonna roll to his left, looking, passes.
Incomplete.
Farmer tries to bring that one up out of the dirt, but not able to get it. That one just a little underthrown.
So it'll be 3rd down and 11. Again, Chase on a comeback route, and great effort, but just a little bit low. And Senators are going to take timeout.
Timeout, Senators. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to action here in Leopold, where the Senators are ahead 6-0. 7:29 left to go on the play clock. Those of you at home, we are having issues with the scoreboard here in Leopold, so we do just have the time on a play clock in each end of the end zone. Bowsman rolls, looks, throws.
And he's got it. He comes down with it.
He comes down with it. Nice job by Sanford to hold on to that one. That must be why he was walking around school today in his pads at about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He goes up, comes down with it at the 4. That's going to be a 1st and goal for the Senators.
Wow, tremendous catch there. And Holden put it up high where, again, take advantage of Harrison's size.
Holden keeps in trouble.
He can play. Out of bounds.
He's out of bounds on it. Those of you at home get to see a replay of that. That was a complete mess.
Farmer or Mace Armstrong?
I'm not sure who came down with it. I'm watching it, trying to see who came down with it.
I thought it was Armstrong. Challenges. Throw that red flag.
The video review is not in Indiana yet. Ohio has it.
I know.
So Mason turns, looks, gets in. Nice job by Mason Armstrong on the turn there. That's a nice cut there by Mason Armstrong. He's not helping his cause much with Coach Sullivan, who would really love to have him on his basketball team with that cut right there.
No.
That is a nice cut there by the senior.
It's the 6 touchdowns he's had on this field. If he was a junior, he might be looking into transferring down here.
I don't know that he gets in. He's close. Nope, not going to get in. So that's going to be 12-0 Senators. Mason has had a heck of a season so far just here at Leopold. That gives him 7 touchdowns total. 6 touchdowns total in his less than 6 quarters here at Perry Central.
Yeah, 6 of the 16 have came on this field.
I think Perry might be pretty ecstatic to have him.
Yeah.
The Senators, are really it's a pick your poison here. I mean, do you cover their receivers and make them run the ball, which is what Perry has tried to do, and Mason's kind of picked them apart a little bit in the 6 quarters, or do you let those receivers catch the ball and turn and run, and then you're back into what happened to North Davies last week when they came to Art Sanders Field and Harrison and Farmer just had kind of a field day out there catching and turning and running in the single coverage. So,
right.
Jake back to kick away.
I would not be surprised if Milan ends up winning that football game. Very 2 evenly matched teams from what I can tell, although Decatur did.
Jake set for his 3rd kickoff of the first half. Again,
which is about normal for Jake.
In a quarter.
Yeah.
It's been being in a quarter. He's averaging that many.
Haven't called the name of Glenn Rankin a lot lately, so I'd be willing to bet that he's looking.
Another good kick, and he bobbles it at the 15.
Decent hands at the 15. He has to go back to the 13 and get it. Runs into his own man, running like it's called a dog, though. My goodness.
Now he gets the ball out across the 25. Going to be at the 27.
I think it looks from up here. It looks like 27.
Kind of a funny angle that we're at. We're not real high, and we kind of have a long way to look.
Sophomore, 5'11", 155, and as a coach, you just want to see a guy do that. I mean, he was just running.
Senators are out 12-0. 6:46 left to go here in the first half of play. Perry Central has the ball. Senators will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and that's big. That's what they wanted. And Perry Central is going to take a timeout here before they get started on this drive.
We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSA. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. They're so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School.
In Leopold, nice pass over the middle by Bland. Going to be brought down. Going to be short of the first down, I believe.
To number 20. Pick up a 9, it looks like.
Parker Green brings down the Commodore receiver.
Perry keeps throwing. He looks like their wishbone unit just came in there. So that was straight out shotgun there. So
24 Steelwell comes in the game, and I'd be surprised if he doesn't get the call there. High formation behind Bland in under center.
Wishbone formation.
Ball's on the ground again.
My goodness.
It's a 4th fumble.
And Steelwell just cannot get together.
44 is who comes up with that ball. That is Stowe.
You're going to lose a yard on that.
Third down and 3, but
Second time that guy's putting on the ground just out of just sheer poor ball. I mean, Stillwell's their stud. He's carried the ball plenty of times. I'm not sure.
Senators 12-0 here, under 6 minutes to go.
Perry goes back to their I formation.
Asian going to tailback, and now he's going to try to scatter around the defense.
That is Chase Farmer there with a nice cleanup.
But he is going to get the first down. Needed 2, got 3.
It's still a heck of a tackle out there by Farmer. If Farmer doesn't make that tackle, he's probably standing in the end zone.
And that's a 5th first down for Perry Central.
In comes Stillwell.
We want him to give him to him. He's the one that's fumbled.
Bland has receivers on both sides of him. They
Two
run
backs
into each other.
And Parker
Green out
does a
wide
nice job.
does a nice job of forcing Bland just to get out of bounds.
It's going to be no gain. I mean,
Looks like they moved him forward a yard, but
no gain.
Darren with the West Washington live stream official stats.
Exactly. Perry Central back with their 2 backs in the backfield. That one, direct snap to the quarterback. He's going to gain about 7. We have received our official West Washington softball coaches snap. Brittany Powers, used to be Brittany Walker, is watching the stream at her house. She's got it up on warm house.
Nice warm house. She's tuned in and watching.
You know, I am impressed looking across the way at how full our bleachers are. A lot of loyal fans out there sitting in this.
Asian turns, still going to get the first down.
He had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, and he spun out of it, and he's going to get another first down out of that, up to midfield.
Those of you, who didn't make the trip down, the 2,800 of you watching at home, we definitely appreciate you too.
Oh, definitely.
Sorry, 2807.
Okay.
We'll make sure we get every one of those a shout out. Bland under center, takes that one, snaps off, hands off to Asian in the background. He's going to be brought down by his jersey. I think that was Trenton Benskin or Rankin.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, he runs extremely hard.
Yep.
Every play.
In comes 45 again, Davis, the tight end.
So I think, as a coach, you got to kind of say, I love the way you're running, but you got to secure the ball. It does no good to run hard and get yards if you're going to fumble.
They go back to the I formation now.
And
Play action.
Play action. Throws. Davis with the catch. Harrison there to make a hit. He's going to drag the Senators forward for a gain of
He's going to get down
10.
To 34.
Commodore's going to get a first down there.
13-yard gain. And their 7th first down of the first half. 3:05 and counting to go here in the first half. And I think Perry Central has 2 timeouts remaining.
Shotgun formation for Bland. One back to the left side. They're going to try the jet sweep.
No, Bland's going to
keep it.
Driving his feet. Get inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Pick up about 5 here on first down.
down to the 29-yard line.
It's fine. They want to keep the ball on the ground and keep huddling up, let that clock run.
Yeah, let that clock run. We're down to 2:30.
Dude, it's probably going to get under 2 minutes before they snap this play.
Going to be second and about 6. Stillwell with the ball. He's met by Brown. Brown brings that one to a quick stop. 1:52 left to go in the first half.
And they're not burning any timeouts.
No. Minute 30.
See, that'll change if they get one more first down.
Third down. Steps back. Caught the football. Going to be enough for a first down.
Jake and Trenton Binskin were putting tremendous pressure on him.
He scrambled and was able.
If he held on for another half second, I think Trenton gets him.
Yeah. So now it's going to be interesting to see what Perry does here with time. It's minute 8 to go. Drops back.
And Trenton chasing again. The ball's loose again. That is 5 times they put the ball on the ground.
We got blocked in the back, and then we're going to get a timeout on this one. We're going to step aside for a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back live at Perry Central, where the Senators do lead 12-0. Perry is driving. There is 51.3 seconds left to go in the first half.
Ball at the Senator 23, play action. And he's throwing deep, and he's wide open. Oh, picked off!
At the 1 yard line, and he rolls into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
Going to be a touchback for the Senators.
Again, Harrison's size. I mean, that's just a tremendous play by Harrison.
The ball thrown up, Harrison able to bring it down and then rolls into the end zone. So,
wow.
Senators are going to take over with 42.1 seconds left to go.
Senators hold on and win this tonight. You're going to look back and say that's the play right there. You know, Perry's driving. They punched in right before half, and Harrison just makes a tremendous play. And the Senators, you know, they're not getting sacks, but they're putting pressure on him, forcing Blaine to run around and not really get his feet set on throw. So, you know, those front guys and linebackers are doing a nice job, even though they're going to mark it down on the, what, 2 yard line?
2 yard line.
Wow.
22-degree angle.
So, gonna be a timeout. We're going to stick with you here. Senators are going to take over on about the 42.1 seconds left to go. Senators up 12-0. They do get the ball back to start the second half of play here in Leopold.
I could. Two thoughts here. Either West Washington's just going to run it straight ahead and get out of here and go in the half 12-0, knowing they get the ball back to start the second half, or you take a chance. No doubt Perry's probably thinking, no, they're just going to take a knee, just run it. And with Harrison and Chase on the outside, or even send Jake from the tight end on a post down the middle of the field. You don't know what's going to – there's two schools of thought on that. Maybe if it was earlier in the year, maybe we take that chance. But here in the sectional championship, you play it safer. So it'll be interesting to see what the coaching staff comes up with here.
A couple of scores out there. Southridge is down 20-0 in the second quarter of play there. They are playing Heritage Hills. In girls basketball, Jeffersonville is up on North Harrison 21-6.
Wow. Jeffersonville is going to be strong this year.
The Lady Musketeers are up 31-13 over the Braves. They're at home.
Yes, West Washington's going to take a knee. Make sure we do not take a knee in the end zone.
Yeah, don't kneel in the end zone.
And we don't have to snap it anymore.
So it's
the
clock continues to roll.
You got to take one more snap.
One more snap.
And maybe we take it.
There's 19 on the game clock and 21 on the play clock, so it should. We don't have to run another play.
Oh, I just saw the difference there. I apologize. Yep.
Yeah, they're not going.
They're not going to run another play.
Walk off the field with that much time left.
They're also closer to the locker room there, so you can.
Right. But I think the reason we can't, because Perry does have, they might have one timeout left, but they're going to let it go.
So that is the end of the first half of play. West Washington is up 12-0 over Perry Central. We're going to step aside, get some commercials in, and we'll be back with stats and scores here in just a moment.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face, yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
Back to action here at Perry Central, where the Senators are ahead 12-0. We are at halftime. Coach Russell, run down some scores and stats.
All right. Senators get on the board in the first quarter at 5:01 when Holden Bousman takes off on a 50-yard run. Gets into the end zone. 2-point conversion run was unsuccessful, making the score 6-0. No more scoring until the 6:55 mark of the second quarter when Mason Armstrong carries it in from 4 yards out. Again, 2-point conversion failed, making the score 12-0, and that is where we are at here at halftime. Stat-wise in the first half, Perry Central had lost my paper. Perry Central had 8 first downs, actually had more first downs in the first half than the Senators did. West Washington had 7 first downs. Rushing for Perry Central, they ran it 22 times for 82 yards, while the Senators ran it 16 times for 112 yards or 7 yards a carry. West Washington also the advantage in the passing game, 5 out of 9 for 75 yards, while Perry Central was 4 out of 5 for 50 yards. Total yardage in the first half, West Washington ran 25 plays for 187 yards, or 7.5 yards per play, while Perry Central had 27 plays for 132 yards, or 4.9 yards per play. The Senators were penalized 3 times in the first half for 20 yards. Perry Central also penalized 3 times for 15 yards. Biggest difference in the ball game, Perry Central's put the ball on the ground 5 times tonight. Unfortunately for the Senators, Senators only recovered one of those fumbles, or else this game could be completely out of reach. Individually for West Washington, as I said, Holden Bousman 5 out of 9 passing for 75 yards. Top receiver, as it has been all season, is Harrison Sanford with 2 catches for 38 yards. Jake Strange 2 big catches for 23 yards, and Chase Farmer 1 catch for 14 yards. On the ground, Holden Bousman ran it 6 times for 56 yards, and again including his 50-yard touchdown run. Mason Armstrong 6 carries, 42 yards and a touchdown. Roper McFeeters 3 carries for 8 yards, and Chase Farmer 1 carry for 6 yards. So that's the stats here in the first half. Again, huge play at the end of the first half as Chase Farmer was able to get the interception to thwart a scoring opportunity for the Commodores and keep them out and hopefully demoralize them going into the halftime break, where the Senators will get it to start the second half.
Well, with our scores and stats already run down, we're going to step aside, have the Commissioner's Corner from Mr. Bobby Cox, and we'll be back in just a little bit.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Bobby Cox.
Conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Commissioner, glad to be back. Glad to be with you. What a very busy time it is for you and the staff at the IHSAA offices. Cross country, we have champions. Soccer, we have champions. We're about to crown volleyball champions. We're into the sectional championship round of football, as we always talk about this time of year. You and the staff, the student athletes, and basically everyone in our state who likes high school sports are very, very busy.
It is a busy time, Bob, and welcome back. Glad you're back for these
Thank
championships. We crowned some soccer champions and cross-country champions last week. I want to thank Fishers High School for doing just an outstanding job of hosting soccer. The first time we've taken soccer to their facility just went very, very well. And, of course, our friends in Terre Haute, Vern Gibson cross-country course, Terre Haute Visitors and Convention Bureau, and Terre Haute North and Terre Haute South High Schools, West Vigo. Great job, great day. It was a little chilly, but it was dry. And we had great crowds and great enthusiasm, and we're rolling right along. Now we're finished with that, and we turn our attention to volleyball.
You know, in the to go back, the soccer championships, we saw some incredible soccer being played, some numbers, some streaks that were in play. I mean, you talk about the dominance of some of these teams. It's just amazing to me, especially looked at the success the city of Evansville had over the weekend.
Yes, they did very well. And the one that jumped off the page at me was Zionsville going undefeated and winning the 3A Boys Championship. That's hard to do. I don't think people really understand just how difficult it is to go undefeated in soccer. I mean, one goal. It can happen just in a heartbeat. And they went 23 or whatever it was, and I mean, it's incredible. So congratulations to all those teams. And you're right, Evansville has always been extremely well represented in the sport of soccer. And once again, a great showing for them. And we were very pleased with the soccer tournament.
Bobby Cox joining us, the commissioner of the IHSAA Volleyball Championships at Worthen Arena at Ball State this weekend. You know, you just think of that. You rattled off some great facilities. Again, our student athletes are lucky to be playing in such world-class facilities. Worthen Arena has been the host of volleyball for a number of years, and it's a spectacular place to play.
It's a great place to play, and such volleyball energy and enthusiasm there with Ball State University, City of Muncie and Delaware County. We got 4 great matchups coming up next Saturday at Worthen, and starting at 11 o'clock, and it'll be just a fabulous day of volleyball and really, really good squads coming in there, and I think the fans will be treated to some really good play and great sportsmanship.
All right, we also have sectional championships in football. It's amazing to me that, yeah, we're into the month of November. I got all that. But to this point, the first 2 weeks of the tournament have, as we expect, some upsets, some great games, some closely played ball games, which we know will continue as we battle for a championship this weekend.
Well, absolutely. And it's hard to imagine that it's sectional championship weekend in football, but you're right. There were some great football games in that semifinal round last week. I happened to be at the Brownsburg-Avon contest. One of the best high school football games I've seen in years. Both teams battling back and forth, playing hard, making great plays, and goal line stands and the whole bit. It was a lot of fun to watch. And, great. I expect we'll see 48 more of those this weekend.
Can we please continue to have good weather? Can you continue to do whatever it is you and your staff are doing to continue the weather?
I sure hope so. You know, last weekend it was chilly, but it was dry, and the game that I attended was sold out. I mean, there wasn't a seat to be found anywhere. People were standing on the fence. It was very well attended, and I think people will come out when it's dry, even if it's cold. So let's just hope for some dry weather on Friday night, and we'll crown 48 sectional champions and move on.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. Our weekly conversation about all things IHSAA. Commissioner, enjoy the weekend. Have a great, great week. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you, Bob.
Back here in Leopold, where the Senators do lead the Commodores 12-0. A couple of scores that really matter for the people who are watching this game. Milan and North Decatur are tied at 14 in the third period of play there. I am joined by senior guard for the Lady Senators, Miss Ryan Russell. She's taken over for her dad, who was running down to the concession stand, I think is what he said. He was going to go down and get a hot dog to eat or something. So Ryan joins us. Ryan, you've got a game tomorrow at Linton. What have you heard about Linton?
They're expected to be really good this year. They're ranked currently as number 2 in the state. They have 3 of their players back from last year, and they've gained 2 more players. 2 players that were leading scorers at their previous schools. It's going to be a tough game for us tomorrow, that's for sure.
But with those tough games that you play, that gets you prepared for later in the season. It's not always about that game. It's about preparing for the whole season. So how does that mindset kind of work with the girls that you have going?
It's going to suck at the beginning getting beat, like not necessarily getting beat, but having a chance of getting beat by these great teams. But in the end, we just hope that we peak at the end of the season like we did last year and go on our run. I mean, making our schedule one of the toughest ones in Indiana is benefiting us last year for sure. I mean, we got that trophy, and that's really all we wanted.
Coming back to this year, you did lose 2 seniors, Maddie Bausman and Hattie Griffiths. How does your team go about replacing 2 seniors who were, pretty much 4-year starters for a team? How do you replace that?
Me and Cass as seniors have definitely had to step up in our leadership roles. I mean, in the past we've just been kind of in the back and quiet and not really saying much, but now we have to take over, and me and Lexi and Sarah, we've had to step up our game and take Hattie's spot as being point guard. Yeah, it sucks right now, but I think we can do it.
You start off the season with a scrimmage at Floyd, and then I believe your first 3 games are on the road. What does that do for the mindset of not getting to play there in Campbellsburg at the Sunken Gym that is a familiar home for you guys?
Our team this year and in the past, we've enjoyed playing on the road, honestly. I mean, playing at home is great, and we love it, and we love all the fans coming out. But when we play away, we just feel like we have less pressure on us to win and get all the wins that we need. I mean, playing on the road definitely sucks, especially getting home late at night on school nights and waking up early the next morning.
So with your first games being on the road, it's not the same schedule that you've played before, where you normally have the Henryville tournament where you get to play a couple at home and then you go there for Saturday and play, for the past couple of years at least, a championship game there. You don't have that, so you've added some new teams to the schedule. Linton was one of them, and then there was somebody else.
We added Brownstown.
Brownstown at the end of the year. So your schedule has changed a little bit, but it's still kind of the same teams that you've seen in previous years. Who are the teams that you're looking forward to playing, and who are the teams that are really going to challenge you this year?
I think our first game, Linton, and then one of our last games being Brownstown will really challenge us. I'm excited for all the conference games, hoping to pull out a conference title for my last year, and it'd be our first conference title since I've been there. And I'm also looking forward to playing Salem. I think we have a good chance this year. Seeing their scores, they're going to have a good season too, but I hope that we can compete with them.
One team that everybody's going to ask about, it's a sectional opponent. They're actually still playing volleyball right now, is Trinity Lutheran. They go for a state championship in 1A tomorrow. The very first game in Worthen Arena there at Ball State for a volleyball championship. But that's a basketball team that you guys have run into the past couple of years in the sectional final. What do you know about them?
With Dad coaching with Mike all summer, he tells me a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know what to believe. Half of it may be true, half of it may all be lies. I mean,
your dad wouldn't do that to you.
No, and Mike surely wouldn't do it to me either. But so I'm not real sure what to believe. But I know they have Sydney James back, and she's a big one on their team, that's for sure. I mean, she's a good player, but I think we can honestly stop her. We stopped her in the finals last year, and I think we can do it again this year.
Well, with that, Ryan, we're going to say thanks. We're going to let you get back to your nice warm stands across the way and cheer on the Senators. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square. We are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today. 812-883-4154.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back to action here in Leopold, where the Senators are ahead 12-0 over Perry Central. We're about 2 minutes away from the start of the second half. The Senators have been slowed down just a touch. I don't know if it's the weather or the Commodore defense, maybe a combination of both, but the second half has been where the Senators have really shined all season long, and I don't expect for this to be any different.
Yeah, and also something we've not talked about tonight, though, but, it's the pressure of a sectional championship. Kids, you want them to come out and play loose and play like it's another game, but in the back of their minds, especially with all the seniors we got, they're sitting there thinking, we've not won sectional on our own. We're playing on their field. Even though we beat them, it's tough to beat a team twice. And, our kids have done a good job of, fighting through that, but at the same time, that's something you always have to deal with during sectional time is those emotions of playing in a championship game.
Senators do get the ball to start the second half, which is exactly what they like to do. They like to defer that choice to the second half and get that ball to start so that then they can score at the end of the first and then come out and score again in the start of the second half. They weren't able to score at the end of the first, but there hasn't been a game yet this year that they haven't opened the second half with a score first.
Right, and listening to the crowd or the people standing along the fence as I went out at halftime, they're very content with this score. We're only down 2. That's 2 scores, and with the kicker we got, we take the lead. So, they still got confidence, and that's where we got to understand we got to keep our foot on their throat. And, we get a score here because, again, I really believe that pick by Harrison at the end of the first half is going to come back and haunt Perry Central. And, if we can take it down the field and score here, it's going to really demoralize them, I think. And, the other thing is that we got to be careful of is them coming out with an onside kick here right off the bat. So,
right.
Our front line's got to be ready.
When I look out across the way, the superstition has continued. Farmer comes out with his shorts on across the way. Has worn them every game this year, so he's not changing them.
I used to do that when I was a lot younger. There's no way in the world you'd catch me out in shorts right now.
I thought you were going to take off a layer because it is pretty warm in the press box. I'm glad they've got heat here.
Yes, it is nice. So Perry is set to kick off, and again, Roper McFeeder's deep, and after some of the returns he's had this year, they may not want to kick it to him.
That one's squibbed over the middle.
I don't know if we tried, but it was certainly. Bryce Brown had to jump out of the way.
32. Jake Strange falls on that one, so the Senators are going to take over with good field position on about the 37-yard line. That ball was kicked almost completely sideways.
And
those of you interested in some numbers, we just hit our 4,000th view in the first half. Well, we're 2 seconds into the second half, so 4,000 views in the first half. Not a bad evening.
First time we've seen this tonight. Roper and Mason both in the backfield on each side of Holden, and it's going to be Mason.
Mason does a nice job of covering that ball up once he gets through that line of defenders. Mason does a great job of carrying that group. Going to bring up second and about 4. Still the 2-back set, going to be handed off to Roper, who ducks his head, not going to get much of anything. Tries to get out behind Benskin, but isn't able to gain anything. Third and 5.
Jake time.
Yep. Be a great time to find him open. They move him to the wide side of the field. Looks like he's going to be covered by the safety, who is 8 yards off the ball. We give it to Mason.
He's got the first down and more. He almost broke it. But, he struggled a little bit last week holding on to it a couple times, and he had that thing well protected, and you could tell Perry was trying to rip that out.
The conversation in Coach Bausman's office today was to make sure you had 2 hands on the ball.
Well, and I know he was afraid to wear long sleeves today because he had long sleeves on last week, and that was the reason he fumbled, he said. So he's got them on, though.
I would agree. I would think he should have them on. There's a pass across the
Again, just a
Field
deep
to
out by
Sanford.
Harrison.
Going to pick up about 10. Should be first down. Senators waiting for him to give him a signal.
Mark it right.
Mark him short, just half a yard. The clock stopped, but he can go out of bounds, so kind of wondering what. There it goes. 10:07 to go here in the third. Hand off to Mason. Mason finds a hole. Does a nice job, gets the first down there. Under 10 minutes to go.
20. Nice drive here to start the second half by the Senators. Maybe a run to Harrison.
Yep.
We've done. Did a chase, man. Go. That's good. Play. Oh, Jake is wide open. Wide open.
He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He goes into the end zone.
Not great play there.
Great job by Jake Strange. We found him on some short patterns across the field, but this nice play fake up the middle, there's nobody covering him. Everybody bit.
You saw as soon as Jake released off the line, he was going to be wide open. They were worried about Harrison coming this way and forgot about Strange.
I'm sure that's going to be a nomination for Play of the Week on West Washington Livestream. So make sure
you're 2-point conversion.
Yeah. 10:34 left to go here. Senators up 18 to nothing.
Looking at the sideline to get the play. Same formation. Do you go for it again, see if they cover Jake this time? It's going to be Harrison out of the backfield wide open.
Nice job by the Senators. Brings it 20 to nothing. Senators. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break from the IHSAA. We'll be back in just a moment.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Indiana did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Back here at Perry Central, where the Senators are ahead 20 to nothing. 9:34 left to go in the third period. Jake Strange back to boot it away again.
Jake's fourth kick of the night.
It was really the play action to Mason that sprung Jake Strange wide open for a touchdown.
Taco Bell later for that.
Jake back.
Nice.
Gets a hold of that one.
Oh, he
off the
almost
Commodore.
went down.
Bland picks it up, and there's a hole up the middle where he returns it to about the 35. That was a nice run by number 17, Bland.
When it looked like he was going to take a knee when he picked it up and be down inside the 5-yard line, and he made a nice play out of it.
Nice job changing his mind. So Bland under center on this one with the wishbone in the backfield.
There, nothing going.
Nothing going that way. Trenton Benskin wraps up Winter and doesn't get much on that side.
Tell you what, Trenton Benskin's had an outstanding year this year at defensive end. Again, not a lot of sacks, but he's got 110 tackles. He's got 9 tackles for losses. So, just done an outstanding job there playing opposite of Jake Strange. I think early on teams wanted to test Trenton, and, he's showing you don't want to run at him.
Yeah. When they get in that wishbone, it's a very interesting lineup switch.
Right.
They walk the middle linebacker, which is Hunter Pate, straight forward and put him with both hands down to clog up the center of that. It's a very interesting thing. Wouldn't be able to do that with a lot of personnel, but since Hunter was moved and played some line,
yeah,
it's almost like a home spot for him.
You're exactly right. A lot of very versatile players out there for the Senators. Hunter Pate used to be a running back.
Yeah.
Again, just the example of the type of kids willing to do whatever it takes to
now
be
we see,
successful.
This is what I'm talking about. We see Hunter Pate with his hand down again.
I think
Going to get the first down on that. Commodores move the chains.
Under 8 minutes already here in the third quarter. West Washington leads at 20-0.
I'd say get ready for a Reese play. We're going to see some Reese. He's over on that right side, I'm fairly sure. We've had the two.
Commodores come out after their huddle. We've got split backs. Drops back. Looks to throw. Passes to 45. Gonna get forward about 8.
he is a load. I don't know what his size.
I don't have a weight on him.
6 foot 200. He looks
bigger than that.
Bigger than 200 pounds.
I'd be interested to see what the Mitchell back would weigh if he was down here.
150?
Maybe.
Again, eye backfield with the wing. And they jump.
They jump.
So that'll be the fourth penalty on the Commodores.
Got a nice picture from West Washington grad, Mr. Dylan Moore. He's got his Christmas tree up and watching West Washington live stream there.
He's ready for Christmas. Santa Claus to come.
Can't say I blame him. I've got my Christmas tree up at my house too. So
wow.
my girls wanted to put it up, so we put it up.
Enjoy it.
Now I'm just waiting for Santa to come and put some presents underneath it. Stillwell up the middle. Every once in a while I'll look out and my 110-pound Great Dane wants to lay underneath my tree. So
I bet that's interesting.
Yeah, she's pretty graceful at getting out from underneath it, but seeing her get in is pretty amazing.
So 3rd down and 2 now for the Commodores. Again, West Washington leading 20-0.
6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Low snap. Gonna get that one, break loose.
He uses the ref
as a defender. Very nice job. Then he's brought down
at the 35
by Farmer. Nice job by Farmer to get that play on the ground. Perry back under center with their wishbone. Hunter Pate walks up, puts both hands down, going to clog that center some. Nothing going there.
Right into the back of his own lineman.
That's the thing. Once you walk that middle linebacker up and put him there, that clogs everything up.
All the holes are filled. And our linemen, very rarely are they going backwards.
That's something that the Senators do a great job of.
And you got Lewis and Brown as the defensive tackle, Strange and Benskin as the ends, and then when Pate walks up, The Mason comes wide this side, Harrison wide the opposite, and it's a pass.
Going to be a pass. Tucks and runs Jake there for the sack.
It was actually a designed run, and Jake Strange was not.
Jake was not fooled at all.
No, he wasn't. In fact, it's going to be a 2-yard loss. To bring up a 3rd down and 10. What do you think they're looking on this pass? I'm going to say we need to be aware of where number 45, Mr. Davis, is.
Drops back to pass. Jake.
Uh-oh.
Big hole on the other side. Somebody's got to get out that way.
He could have ran.
He could have ran for the first down, but then goes up, goes ahead and throws it, and is unable to complete it.
Jake had him, and he made Bland made a spin move and got out of it, and Jake was done, and Senator defensive line over pursued, and a lot of room there, but
ton of room.
We'll take it. So 4th down and 11. See, plays like that's what I'm talking about. Even though we don't get a sack on it, you're making them throw quicker than they want, not be comfortable.
Going to be a pass, drops back, going deep.
I thought
Farmer came up with it, but going to be incomplete on the roll. West Washington's going to take over all the way out on the 35. Probably better that Farmer didn't catch that one, because he would have.
I mean, that was one-handed.
That was a one-handed snag, an OBJ type catch there. So Senators do take over on the 35. Going to be 3 minutes 56 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter of play. West Washington does lead 20-0.
Again, you got Holden and 3 seniors in the backfield. Harrison on the far side, Chase near side, Mason tailback.
That's going to be a handoff to Farmer. Farmer looking for the corner, gets the corner.
Looks like Jake Strange is grabbing the back of his leg there.
He keeps getting cut, and he doesn't like it. But the guy in the back says that's not illegal, so keep playing the ball.
To be about a
7-yard gain there. Clock's still running.
We've not seen it tonight, but last time Perry did such a good job of taking the jet sweep away that we figured out a way to get Chase and get Harrison the ball, use their quickness to get to the outside, and that's by putting them in the backfield.
Still in the pistol formation. Mason, the deep back, going to be a handoff to him. Going to get right to the line, maybe. Oh, nope, we're going to come up 2 yards short.
Yeah, loss of 2 on the play.
That's a stretch play that we don't really have a blocker on that side for him.
Well, and that was what we struggled with the first time we played them, is we were trying to run the outside zone, and we couldn't get there, and they stuffed us, and that's why we went to more of the inside.
Rolls. Sanford tries to get to it, but is unable to. It goes off of Perry Central Commodore head.
To bring up a 4th down and 6, and looks like they'll send the punt team in.
I think this is a good decision. Punt it away. You're
get
up.
Covered. Punt away from their guys, though. Let's not let them get a good return.
We'll see how Holden gets a hold of this one. His first punt of the night. Bousman gets a good punt away.
Fair catch called for at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line where Perry Central is going to take over. 2:22 left to go here in the 3rd period. Senators are up 20-0. Now, winner of this game will play the winner of the Milan North Decatur, which was a tie score 14-14 late in the 3rd period.
Again, 2:22 to go here in the third quarter. Perry Central is preparing for their drive.
Bland under center here. Rolls, looks, tries to set his feet. Nope, goes back the other way. Jake there.
Nice job by Jake just turning me in.
Bland tries to get rid of it, but there's nobody there to throw it to. So
again, great coverage by our DBs. We've talked all year about how good our DBs were, and no one really threw on them. And last week was the first time that we really faced a passing team, and Chase comes out with 3 interceptions. I think we get 2 others. We had like 5 interceptions in the game. So just, our DBs are athletic.
Yeah. Going to pitch to Asian. Asian going to get right at the stick, but then going to go backwards. So still going to get forward progress for a first down.
Yep, they're marking the first down. Again, Perry's done a nice job of moving the chains tonight, as that will be their 11th first down of the ball game. But again, on the score, it's 20-0. So, stats aren't always the telltale sign.
First down, Perry Central, just because the guy in the back said so. Here we go, wishbone behind Bland again. And Bland's going to do the cross buck, if any of you guys remember that. And running back there a little bit shoulder at the 45.
Be a pickup of about 5 yards, 4 yards.
That was Winter there coming across. Cade Winter.
5-yard gain.
2nd and 5 for the Commodores.
That crossbuck was there set up. Kind of make it easy in the game. They're going to be passing the ball and run there.
Gain of 5 for Winter, 2nd down and 5.
As we are under 25 seconds down to go in the third quarter. Probably, unless it's an incomplete pass, this will be the last play of the quarter. Play action.
Play action rolls. Looks, throws. Catch, but he's out of bounds.
I think that was a one-handed catch. Used to, that was so rare, and you see it all
you
the
see
time.
Every kid do it now.
It's one of those things like three-point shooting. Used to very few people shot, and they worked at it, and that's all you see anymore, and it's the same thing with these one-handed catches. So,
incomplete pass.
Should be third down. Yeah, clock stopped, and we don't really know.
Oh, penalty, I guess. So, going to back it up. Going to be 2nd and 9. 4.7 seconds left to go. Senators up 20-0 here.
Bring up 2nd down and 10. Another incomplete pass. And that's the end of the third quarter.
Uh-oh. We got a player down on the far side.
To the Perry.
Perry kid goes down. We're going to step aside, have a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Back to live action here in Leopold, where the Senators are ahead 20-0. Start of the fourth quarter. Those of you who were wondering about the score of the North Decatur Milan game, North Decatur is up 21-20 over Milan. If scores hold true, that game will be played at Art Sanders Field there in Campbellsburg. Really,
I think either way it's going to be at West Washington.
Well, unless there is a rumbling, stumbling comeback here.
Yeah, yes, that would be. If West Washington
wins, the game will be in Campbellsburg at Art Sanders Field, the friendly home confines of the nice press box there in Campbellsburg that we've grown to love.
We certainly have, especially after week 1 of sectional.
Yeah.
I won't mention where we were at, but much better. So Perry Central ball, 3rd down and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
2:50 left to go in that game at North Decatur.
It's going to
be a reverse.
Jake stays out. Nice
job.
Who was that held on?
Glenn Rankin ends up holding on there to bring down the Commodore. Going to be 4th and 6.
You said you hadn't called his name
Hadn't called his name yet. He started off the year as a special teams player of the game every game.
Yeah. It's him or Roper, one. So Perry obviously going for it, 4th and 6. Big play for the center defense. Time for Binskin and Strange to pin their
2 receivers
back
to this side of the field. Going to be a timeout. Perry Central, we're going to stay with you. Senators looking to get the ball back here on 4th down. North Decatur still up 21-20, 2:47 left to go in that game. They just punted the ball away. Milan does have the ball on about their 47-yard line.
Yeah. Craig is the man of many talents. He's running these cameras. He's talking about this game. He's watching replays on here. He's watching the North Decatur Milan game on his phone. See how he does it.
Anybody who is looking for a really cheap-paying part-time job, let me know, because I have about 3 that I would be glad to pass off to somebody else. Other big news, we are closing in on our most watched live video ever. We've got about 4,800 viewers of this game alone. The record is 52, what I tell you, 52-43, I think was what I said. So we're closing in on that. We've still got a quarter to go here.
Again, you got Chase Farmer on Davis. That'd be.
Bland drops out, rolls.
We got him.
Davis going to catch for the first down. Farmer gives ground, and doesn't have enough closing speed to get back to that one. West Washington.
Again, I think West Washington's content with letting them get first downs, huddling up, running the clock. You know, it's hard. The pace they're going right now, they won't touch the ball 3 times this quarter.
And I'm sure we were saying nothing behind you, and he cut that route off, and it was a good throw, good catch. Land under center, and he's going to
It's going to be a pitch to the back. Stillwell gets about 3. Milan with a big run, breaking into North Decatur territory, about the 40 of there's 2:30 left to go in that game. Milan down by a point.
Wonder if they got a kicker.
That I don't know.
Come on, you know everything.
I know they don't have a soccer team.
Then they probably don't have a kicker. Play action going.
Davis going to be brought down by Harrison Sanford.
Stop for the first down.
North Decatur with a big penalty, a pass interference in their game. So going to move the ball inside the 30 to the 22. 2:10 left to go.
Perry's picking the pace up a little bit.
Jake gets upfield.
Got big run. Jake swam
Move to the outside.
And left a lane for Bland to just tuck it. And that time he, instead of trying to force a throw, he just got what he could get out of it, which was about a 20-yard gain. That's the 6th first down for Perry here in the second half.
Perry back under center on this one. Gonna fake, gonna roll. Throws across the middle. Davis again with a catch. Gonna gain about 6.
Clock does not feel like it's even moving.
Nope. 8:51 to go here. Senators up 20-0.
Let's keep them out of the end zone.
We're 8:45 and we're going down, which is good for us.
Double time for Perry. I formation behind Blaine under center. He's going to give it to Stillwell this time. And
Stillwell's going to gain maybe 1.
West Washington Senators. He needed 4. Looks like right about 3. Going to bring up a 3rd down and a long 1.
You know, when the Commodores offense,
Commodores sending in the play from the sideline.
It'll be 3rd down and 2.
14 checks back in.
they got a great quarterback there that can then run it, which he does. So, I mean, that's what I'm thinking they're going for here. They're going to go real quick. They're going to fake. He's going to give this quick run on his own.
Twins on the near side. For that wide is Davis. Lane drops straight back. Now he's got pressure. He's going to go down. If
Nice job by Bryce Brown.
On top of Bland, he's going to go back to the 19-yard line. And that's going to bring up now a 3rd down.
3rd down and 9.
Nice job. Again, no doubt he was looking for Davis on that, and I think the Senators be very smart to have 2 guys on him right now. So he's going to line up.
He's going to line up.
Flexed out tight end. And it's going Harrison.
Ball on the ground. Mason Armstrong given.
Incomplete. Mason putting a lot of pressure in there. And you had Harrison on Davis. Davis put a double move on him, but Bland had no opportunity to even look at him. As you said, it started with a low snap.
Senators take over on downs.
Senators 7 minutes, 18 seconds away from winning the first sectional for the school in 2019-20 season.
Looking for quite a few more.
Hopefully.
Perry Central going to take a timeout here. We're going to stay with you. Update on the Milan game. Milan is down still, 20-21. They are driving. They're inside the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, minute 16 to go.
Wow. Good game.
So far from what I've seen in trying to watch both games at a time, they're an option team who has some passing ability out of it.
Well, and the thing I've always known about Milan is they are a very physical team. Kind of like us, a bunch of country boys that aren't afraid of work, and they try and out physical you.
I've actually been to Milan a couple of times, and it is in the middle of nowhere.
I was up there the year we beat Milan for the sectional championship. I mean, it was a cold night like this. Oh, I thought he caught that.
I did too. Milan throws a pass into the end zone. The wide receiver is unable to catch it. So
Senators obviously try and keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock.
Is that McPheeters or is that?
I don't.
Or was that Mason? I couldn't tell.
I think it was Mason.
Was it? Probably not a bad idea. Give it to the senior straight up the middle. Have him a lead blocker. See what he can get.
Well, and they faked that jet sweep with Harrison coming in fast motion, hoping it would fool them, but really didn't on that play. Yeah, we're going to be very, very patient. Probably not snap the ball until the play clock gets under 5 seconds.
Hand off to Harrison, I think.
And he got the corner.
Sanford gets up the sideline.
What are they marking him down at?
They still haven't put the stick down.
31, 32-yard line?
Yeah, 32.
Harrison just exploded once he got to that corner.
Once he got the edge, he was gone.
Again, you got Farmer on the right side, Sanford on the left side of Holden, and Mason behind him. We're going to pass.
Jake Strange with the catch.
Nice job.
Nice job by Jake, leaking out through the middle there.
Gets across midfield. $19-yard gain there.
Stays inbounds. What yard line are we on here? Here's your chance.
49.
Good job, 49.
And Jake is going to come out. It looked like he came down hard on that ground on his shoulder, favoring it a little bit. Let's hope it's nothing serious.
6 minutes to go here.
Yeah, West Washington forced to take a timeout as the play clock was down to 1, and we weren't even lined up.
Yep. 30 seconds to go in Milan, where North Decatur is still up 1. They do have a field goal kicker on the field right now. Snap is good. Ball is down. Kick is blocked. So North Decatur is going to come away with a victory there at Milan. Win that one 20-21. So the winner of this will face North Decatur.
So Senators come out of the timeout, preparing to run their next play. And Jake Strange is back on the field, which is good to see.
Yeah. 5:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter, where the Senators are up 20-0.
So he's on the field, and now we're getting some signals to up here in the booth, maybe.
5:55 left on the clock there, and I don't know what that hand motion we're seeing from the referee was.
Yeah, I don't recognize that either. So
it's like almost like a high.
Are they going to start trying more?
Hail Hitler type.
Yeah, it's kind of scary there.
All right, we're going to back here live football action.
Give to Mason.
Give to Mason up the center.
Big
He
hole.
Mason, 2 hands on that ball, is slung down by the ball, but still holds on to it. That ball's not going to get out of his hands tonight.
No. You heard about that a little bit last weekend, I'm sure.
Maybe a little bit from somebody who does some live stream stuff.
Possibly.
Somebody who's offensive minded and likes to have his back hold onto the ball and not.
Yes. So bring up a 2nd down and 2 for the Senators. Down to 5:15 to go. This time Holden keeps it. He slid before he got the first down.
He looked and had the wrong yard line.
Yeah.
You can see his dad across the way looking at him. What are you doing?
He looks, Mason's giving it to him, he gives Mason a shove.
Holden will not live that down, I'm
nope,
sure.
I'm sure that will be practiced in practice. Come Monday, somebody will slide 3 yards short of where they're supposed to be. Hand off to Mason. Mason ducks his head. He gets the first down.
He drives a guy 3 or 4 yards back after he lowers his shoulder. He gets out to the 35-yard line.
What
Gonna be enough for him.
Holden wasn't able to pick up, Mason put his head down and picked up.
There was some hitting going on there.
4:28 left to go here.
Yeah, Senators get maybe one more first down. They can start thinking about taking a knee. So I'd say fire engines better be warming up in Livonia.
Back to the pistol look. Hand off to Farmer. Farmer looking, not going to get anything there. Bland does a nice job of getting upfield. We're going to lose 3 on that one.
Okay,
Clock still runs. 3:38 left to go here. Senators up 20-0.
Yeah, they are. I tell you, they grow a lot of corn down here too. Those corn-fed boys.
Two schools that are so similar. We are, both of us.
Mason beside Holden in the backfield. They hand the ball off. 2 hands on the ball. Looks forward for his line. Gains 3 to get back to the line. Clock still runs. 3:12 left to go.
And again, he's got 2 hands on that, as Perry's trying to rip that away.
Yeah, one says 3:11, the other says 3 minutes, so we're under 3 minutes now.
I tried watching
not even wireless technology like this.
Oh yeah, that
this
one was 59 to 50. Yeah.
Holden's going to keep it.
Holden rolls, looks, throws.
Nice
Going to be a first down to Farmer. Nice roll by Holden. Harrison runs past the, Farmer runs past the stick, then sets down and gets the nice reception.
Again, that's a timing route that we've seen majority of the season. I mean, Holden releases that. He knows exactly where Chase is going to be at and lets it go. And when Chase turns, the ball's there.
We've got 2:15 left to go. Hand off to Mason. Going to gain about 4.
Stays inside the tackles. Not really looking to break one, just keeping it inside the line.
We're under 2 minutes now.
Pick up a 5 there. Bring up a 2nd down and 5.
How many timeouts does Perry have left? Do you have any idea?
2.
Really, the 1A versus the 3A is about all the explanation you need to give, but you tend to spend a lot of time trying to justify.
Still taking their time getting that play in from a team that
35
team that flies all the time.
They're home. I mean, they've been home, and their football season, they can't even remember the last time they played, and so it's awful fun to continue to watch this.
Holden rolls, going to keep, just looking for room.
He goes down,
stays in.
Let go, and so he tries to slide and ends up going forward, and he's going to get forward to inside the 15, 13, 12-yard line.
Holden at the 12. Clock still running. Minute 7 to go.
Good job by Holden there. He could have probably picked up another couple yards, but with taking a chance getting knocked out of bounds, stopping the clock, he just goes down inbounds to keep that clock running.
I'm sure Coach does not want to put this in. He is not looking to run the score up at all.
We're still looking at the clock over there. 10 seconds to go on the play clock.
Probably around 40 seconds. So they're going to take a timeout. Take a timeout. This is going 37.6 left to go. Senators run over to the sidelines. The celebration has started here Fans
in
starting to
Leopold.
come out of the stands. They're ready to get on the field.
Ready to get on the field. Just a heads up, once the game is over, we're going to go to a few commercial breaks, get some stats and some scoring, and then we're going to pack up and head back to Campbellsburg. So we won't get an interview with Coach Bousman, but we will be back at the school for the pep session that's going to be there and the caravan. So we want to make sure that we're loaded up and part of that.
Definitely. That's something the kids don't forget. Good job. They're not going to forget that. The crowd there to welcome them back with their championship is a very special time, and as I said, it's just something they're not going to forget. So if you're sitting at home and
watching,
not in bed yet, meet them back over at school.
Even if you are in bed, get out of bed and go to school. It's about an hour drive from here. I'm sure they'll put out a message letting people know what time they will be expected back at school. Bousman
take a knee.
And that will be the end of this game. The Senators are going to come out victorious. They are going to face North Decatur next week at Campbellsburg on Art Sanders Field. So it will be a matchup of Sectional 47 winner North Decatur and Sectional 48 winner West Washington. So we're going to step aside, take a few commercial breaks, let Coach Russell get some stats figured, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Lynx Clothing and Shoes carries a wide variety of items from name brand clothing and shoes to sports apparel and sporting goods. We offer custom screen printing and embroidery, free gift wrapping, alternations, and layaway. Our hours are Monday through Thursday, 9 to 5:30, Friday 9 to 6, and Saturday 9 to 5. We are conveniently located on the north side of the Salem Square and are a family-owned and operated business. Stop by and see us today, 812-883-4154.
Back to action here at Leopold, where West Washington is victorious tonight, 22-0 over the Perry Central Commodores. Darren, run down some scoring and some stats for us.
All right, first of all, in the first quarter, the Senators got on the board at the 5:01 mark when Holden Bausman runs it in from 50 yards out. 2-point conversion failed. Second quarter, 6:55 mark, Mason Armstrong takes it in from 4 yards out. Again, the 2-point conversion failed. Then in the third quarter, 9:34 mark, Jake Strange on a beautiful fake by Holden Bausman, Mason Armstrong. Holden lofted the ball downfield. Nobody even close to Jake. He takes it in 29 yards on the pass from Holden Bausman. And 2-point conversion, Harrison Sanford catches the 2-point conversion from Holden, making the score 20-0. Fourth quarter was about just keep the chains moving, run the clock, as there was no scoring in that quarter. Stats on the night, Perry Central actually had more first downs than us, as they had 14 first downs in the ball game. They ran the ball 36 times for 146 yards. They were 8 out of 14 with 1 interception passing for 79 yards. And again, when you go back to that 1 interception at the end of the first half, was a momentum killer for the Commodores. Perry did have 79 yards passing, had 225 yards total offense in the ball game. They had trouble holding on to the ball in the first half, as they had 5 fumbles, but they were able to recover all of them except 1. So altogether, Perry had 2 turnovers in the ball game. They were penalized 5 times for 25 yards. West Washington, again, 13 first downs, ran the ball 31 times for 177 yards. 9 out of 14 passing with 0 interceptions for 147 yards, giving the Senators 324 yards total offense in the ball game. More importantly, they had 0 turnovers and played one of the cleanest games they played all year, which is what you want come tournament time. At the end of the year, you want to be doing your best. And they were only penalized 3 times for 20 yards. Individually for the Senators, Mason Armstrong led them, rushing 15 carries, 87 yards, 1 touchdown. Holden Bausman, 7 carries, 59 yards, and 1 touchdown. Harrison Sanford, 1 carry, 14 yards. Chase Farmer, 3 carries, 10 yards. Roper McFeeters, 4 carries, 8 yards. Receiving, top receiver tonight was Jake Strange, 4 catches for 71 yards. Harrison Sanford caught 3 for 47, and Chase Farmer 2 for 29. And that is our stats. And as Craig said, we are going to get out of here and get back to school for the celebration. So again, hope to see a huge crowd over there, and I'm sure Craig will have this. If you can't get out, he will have it on live stream.
Yeah, we will try to do our best to get back to school and get set up live there. Don't forget that the face and voice of the IHSAA was with you tonight, Mr. Darren Russell. 2 links on the IHSAA TV website tonight, plus his game tomorrow at Linton will be live around 7 o'clock. So definitely tune in for that. With that, this is Craig Akers, and we are signing off.